There's a lot of them that are out there on the market. And if you look at the electric ones, I mean, they just have never measured up with air. And so that's a real hassle for the contractor, because that means they've got to tow around something like, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a giant diesel generator back there, or a compressor back there. They actually have to pull that to the job site, hook up a heavy air hose, and run it out there. So what we've done with this is we've really come up with a revolutionary way to do the inside of the tool, and I'll show you some stuff about that in a minute, about how we do it. But it allows us to offer the power of a 60-pound air hammer and an electric tool, which has never been done before. Okay. So we're talking in a neighborhood of, you know, double some of the competitor electric tools that are on the market. Okay. So it's just unreal power. It's a brushless drive also. So A, that's how we get the power, and B, that also means that you don't have to service it nearly as often. So it's much longer lasting. So you don't have to worry about dust getting into the carbon brushes or getting into into the copper windings on the motor.
Okay, nice.
And Trey, you said that
we'll race it.
That's brand new, right?
So this is a new version of it. So this tool came out a few years ago. What we're showing at the 2013 World of Concrete is an updated version of the tool. So it's a mid-cycle upgrade of the tool. What we've done is we've changed the shaft, the drive shaft of the tool, so it's much more durable. So we've changed the materials on it so it lasts longer. We also changed out the electronics on the tool. And then something that's very practical for the contractor and also for the rental guy is we changed the way that the cord connects. So a big heavy tool like this, you can imagine it when it goes in for routine servicing or when you have an issue with it, a lot of times it can be the cord. Okay. So what we've done is now the tool ships with 2 cords. It's a detachable cord right here. Oh, nice. It ships with 2 of them, and that's warranted. So the way it works is if the cord does break, you somehow chisel through it or whatever, you get another one with you to keep going, you send that one in, we send you another one for free. Wow. It's covered under the warranty.
Very cool.
So
even if you damage
it sounds small, but from a practical standpoint, it's just much easier for the contractor.
Even if the contractor damages it,
yeah,
you're going to replace it?
I mean, we're the only manufacturer in the business, and on all of our tools we cover wear and tear, and that's considered wear and tear. If the contractor accidentally, you know, cuts through it with a chisel, I mean, that just happens. We're going to cover it.
Wow, that's great.
Obviously, we're hoping contractors don't just abuse the tools all the day long, right?
I want a new cord. Let's just cut it with some scissors.
Yeah. But yeah, so we can actually race these.
Cool. Let's get them racing.
All right. Christian, do you know if we've got the compressor going yet?
No, I'm deciding.
Would you mind turning it? All right. Let me show you. While he's getting that set up, let me show you guys something else. All right. So that's a striker from a typical 60-pound air hammer. Okay. So you can feel the weight on that. This is the striker on a TE3000.
Wow. Look at the difference. Man.
How's that weight difference feel?
You feel this, man. That's awesome.
I can see that.
You want to feel that?
Yeah, I can see this. Wow. Yeah. That's quite a difference.
So this one right here, by the way, this is from a typical competitor 65-pound breaker. So again, you can feel the difference.
It's really?
That's from a 65-pound breaker from a competitor.
Wow.
So I think that helps illustrate the difference.
Yeah.
Then I was talking earlier about the motor technology. So here we've got a typical motor, brushed motor. You can see, actually even now, just from sitting out where we've been doing demos, it's got silica dust on it. It's very typical because it's going to get in the tool. And as this is spinning around and around, there's an epoxy resin on here. The dust is very abrasive. It gets in there and it eats away at that copper windings. That degrades the power of the tool. It also bonds to the carbon brushes that are in contact here, which makes the tool have to go in for service a lot earlier than something like this, which runs on this brushless motor. That's the motor for TE3000.
It's a huge difference.
There's a lot of technology that allows us to deliver that kind of performance for the contractor. All right, you ready? Marks, you set?